Next speaker is another powerhouse. Met this guy, I want to say 3 years ago. Brandon, just come on up here. Let's just do this together, all right? Brandon Adams, ladies and gentlemen. Where did we meet? JLD introduced us. That's right. Said you need to know this guy. He's an up and comer, and you're still sub 30 years old, right? 28 years old, and connected to power players like Kevin Harrington, Shark Tank, and me. Oh, by the way, notice I've changed my shirt. I was told that I had to, and now I have. And so Brandon invited me to come speak at one of his events that he put on, the Young Entrepreneur Convention that helps young entrepreneurs in Des Moines, Iowa, of all places. I'm like, who's going to go to Des Moines, Iowa? Well, apparently I am. And I spoke at his event twice. It really attracts quality caliber of young people to his events, but he's got some big dreams. He was one half of a combo that produced a show called Ambitious Adventures, which you can now go to Amazon Prime and stream for free. And if you look at episode number 3, a certain somebody might be featured in that episode. And now he and his fiancee Samantha are traveling around the country with a different city every month, filming Success in the City, a new reality show, and I think you guys are going to get the world premiere of the trailer today. Please welcome Brandon Adams.
Thank you, man. Well, thank you, Joel. So today I'm going to tell some stories. I'm going to try to stay in the time length I usually go over. Maybe entertain you, maybe piss you off, maybe give you some value. I'm going to share some great things today. And I'm going to teach you how to build influence online. How to build influence online. You don't have to have 1 million followers. I'm going to show you how you can connect with influencers, build influence, how to help people make millions of dollars, and even become a TV host. But before we start with that, I want to ask you a question. What is success? What does success mean to you? Think about this, and I want you to think about this throughout the whole presentation, because this is a question that I keep asking myself. And as my fiance and I travel the country, we ask people from billionaires to celebrities to people that were homeless, what is success? And what does it mean to you? What is your own version of success? Because I've met people that are famous and have a lot of money, and they're miserable. I've met people that have no money, and they're the happiest people. So keep thinking about what success is to you. And what I'm going to show you, so my fiance and I have traveled the country. We've been traveling and finding great stories. We were in Scottsdale, Arizona. We were in Boston, Massachusetts. We were in Austin, Texas. We went to other cities, and now we're actually filming here in Denver in 4 weeks. We're featuring Denver. Round of applause for Denver. So today we released the trailer for our show, Success in Your City, and you're going to get to see, this will be actually the first time live from an event that we released the trailer. I'm going to share with you the trailer for our show, and if you could please put that on and watch this.
A lot of my perspective comes from traveling, that you can do a lot with a little or nothing. If the city, if Boston was my office, this was my penthouse.
What do you mean your penthouse?
When I was building the orchestra, during the day, I would have meetings with billionaires, and then every night, I was actually homeless.
I think success is everything. It's meeting your goals.
Success is getting everything you want.
I feel like I'm continuously asking that question, what is success? We see success in different forms. In every city, I feel like it's different.
We're putting ourselves in these situations where we're learning to live other people's lifestyles. People that have incredible stories to redefine what success is.
1, 2, 3. Family's important to me because it's really that battery recharger.
It's what you go home to. For the people that are there, always.
$20 says I can beat you.
Time to pay up.
life is most enjoyed when we give our lives away for the joy of others. And we can actually increase our own enjoyment of something when we share it with others.
I don't know what's going on individually, but I can say personally that I believe in each and every one of you.
Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. I was a 2-time All-Star. I played 7 years in the major leagues, but I'm not that guy anymore. I thought baseball was my thing, but I want to help people find their voice so they could be a hero in their own way.
You've got it right here, right? You've been there up to the top of the mountain. You got it in your heart. Are you ready to go?
Cheers.
We're here to shatter the old meaning of success.
What are you doubting me for then?
There's many
Yeah, you
obstacles,
said- Are you crazy?
but we always take away something.
We have one goal. To define what it means to be a success.
1, 2, 3.
In work, in life, and in love.
Ooh, is that what I think it is?
Yep.
Thank you, thank you. So this has been, I just say, we actually have put our whole life into this. We just sold our house, about 98% of the things we owned, and we went all in and traveled the country because we believed in this mission so much about redefining what success is. A lot of people think of success, they see these pictures on Instagram and people with Ferraris and a bunch of cash, and that's what success is. Well, I believe in making a lot of money, I believe in the cool cars, but it's way more than that. It's being happy with who you are, what you're doing, making an impact. Somebody like Shea Hillenbrand, he played for the Boston Red Sox, and he made $20 million in his career, a 2-time All-Star. He left, he bought a zoo, he ended up, well, 3 years later, losing everything. His wife left him, and he was in his car and homeless. And now he's a speaker, and for him, his success is knowing identity so you can help others find their voice. He speaks across the country. For this couple, a real estate couple who actually started, Cody Kay and Ricky Kane. Ricky started out of a closet. He literally had his office in a closet, started with nothing, and he built up a real estate company, and he's actually part of the Keller Williams Mastermind, where the top 100 of the 170,000 agents are a part of. And what they do is they use what they have, their resources, to help others to get back from a percentage of their sales. That's their success. David France, a good friend of mine, he says, giving your life away for the enjoyment of others. A guy that was homeless. He was homeless. He spent 7 months homeless and having meetings with billionaires during the day and sleeping behind an aquarium at night to work on his dream of creating an orchestra, which he went on to do. And through nothing, he got instruments donated, the space donated, and he uses music as a way to help kids find out what success means to them and help them get off the streets and do good things. Through Kevin Harrington, success is being able to spend time on whatever you want, from the guy that was the original shark on Shark Tank, inventor of the infomercial, and who's the executive producer of our show, being able to do whatever you want. Freedom. And for my beautiful fiance, success is being truly happy with who you are and what you're doing in life. Being happy with the work that you do and how you spend your time. Myself, mastering your craft and being the best you can be at what you do. Being the best and helping as many people as possible. And our vision together is helping others live their own version of success. So, again, I'm going to ask this question, what does success mean to you? And I'm going to give you 60 seconds. And what I'm going to do is, so we launched the trailer of our show today. And just so you know, we did it organically. If you heard me earlier, I reached out to 200 people, 180 people. One by one, I said, can I count on you sharing this trailer? Well, of it, I think we're at like 134 shares in 8 hours. All organic. We didn't spend any money at all. And I got people to share this out. And I said, help us share this so we can help other people figure out their own version of success. So I'm going to take 60 seconds. Get out your phones right now. Go to the Facebook page, Success in Your City. It's Success in Your City 2018 for the handle. And share the post, but put what success means to you. You have 60 seconds, and if you can, hashtag success in your city, starting now. By the way, the video is pinned to the top of the page. The Facebook page is Success in Your City. Go to the top of the page, there's a trailer, share it, and then put what success means to you. One-liner. Success to me is being happy with myself. Success to me is being the best I can be at marketing. Success to me is spending time with family. What is success to you? 30 more seconds. One person's like, shit, I have no internet. What am I going to do? No. Because I'm talking, you can finish up the sharing. But thank you for that. And let's do a round of applause. Because what you guys just did is you're helping people think of success differently. So there's me. Let's go right into it. I'm going to tell my story and how I even got into this. I'm a kid from a small town in Iowa. That kid who had a lisp. I had a speech impediment when I was a kid. I couldn't speak very well. People made fun of me. And success to me at that time, I think, was Boy Scouts. From a town of about 700 people, Clayton County, Iowa. Who in here is from Iowa? Yes? Awesome. Way to go. Hawkeye fan here, even though I went to Iowa State. My town, or in our county, we had no stoplights. It's a small town, and we don't even have a grocery store. So I didn't grow up in a place where there's a lot of networking. I had any advantages. I was just in this small town in Iowa. And I grew up in an ice business. Believe it or not, I sold ice for a living. I actually still do. I bought the company from my dad 5 years ago. And yes, I can sell ice to an Eskimo. So many people ask me, well, if you can sell ice, you can sell anything. It's true. I literally got to see from my father growing up, since I was born, what it was like to be an entrepreneur, to build a business, a real business, and work with customers. And I believe I have an advantage because I got to see as a young age, my dad, I remember the days when he was like going to his banker because he didn't have enough money and fighting for more money and almost went under, but he survived. So I got to see what it was like to go through the grind of entrepreneurship at a young age, which I'm very thankful. And then I went to college. Success to me in college was this. I like to drink. I drank a lot, I smoked cigars, I played rugby, and I got a 1.68 GPA in college. So I'm not that smart, guys. You don't have to be the smartest guy. I always say I want to be the dumbest person in the room, and for GPA-wise, I don't think anybody here has me beat on that one. They kicked me out of the dorms 4 days before on my freshman year because of other reasons. But that was success at my time. I didn't really know what I wanted. It wasn't until I read the book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. It changed my life. If you take anything away, go read that book, study it, and live your life off it. It taught me that you can think bigger. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. And after reading this book, it opened up so many ideas for me and where I should go with my life. I wanted to go further. I wanted to do big things. And this quote I say every single day, whatever the mind can conceive and believe the mind can achieve. And whatever you think about the most is what you become. What you focus on, what you think about becomes your reality. Confidence is everything. I know a lot of people are like, oh, be confident. It's mindset. It is. Even in the toughest times, when you have shit that is thrown at you, you got to learn to react in a positive way, not let it take you down. So, my first version of success, I invented this product called Arctic Stick to cool and flavor bottled beverages. So I invented this product, and it was on a hot day, delivering ice. And I had this idea, it was an invention. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this to market. And I thought that was going to be my success, my end-all, be-all. After 3.5 years of working on this, after spending over $100,000 to get it to market, and now it sells on Amazon, it showed me what it's like. I got a pretty damn good degree in product development, and it led me to crowdfunding. The lesson I learned there was when you're doing something, sometimes it may not be your end all, but it'll lead you to what you want to do. While I was doing this with the invention, I was actually working real estate too. I've actually sold real estate before. I bought the ice business from my father. I was working the ice business. And I was doing all these things. I was actually working corporate, doing the ice business, doing real estate, doing everything. And I was working over 100-hour weeks. I was miserable. And one night, I actually had a mental breakdown once. And that night, I said to myself, Brendan, what do you want to do in your life? What do you actually want to accomplish? And I think we all should continuously ask ourselves, what do you want in life? And that was one of the things I asked myself. And during the last leg of funding for the Arctic Stick, I did a crowdfunding campaign. Who in here has done a crowdfunding campaign besides John Lee Dumas? Awesome, awesome. So the reason why I say that is because JLD and I did a couple campaigns, which I'll show you. I got into crowdfunding because I needed to raise money for my own idea. But while doing that, I realized that nobody knew how to raise money. It was hard to raise money on Kickstarter, Indiegogo. I saw an opportunity to become the best in my industry. So on New Year's Eve of that year, it was 2014, I said, I'm going to be the top crowdfunding expert in the world. I'm going to be the best at it. So I set out to do that, and I did crowdfunding campaigns. I ended up doing a crowdfunding campaign for my own event, Young Entrepreneur Convention, which JLD and Joel Comm have both been at. We raised money for our own TV show, Ambitious Adventures, which ended up winning an Emmy nomination, and now it's on Amazon Prime. We crowdfunded the book, The Freedom Journal. We raised in 33 hours, we raised $100,000. In 33 days, we raised $453,000 for this book. It was the 5th largest crowdfunding campaign in history. And if you have not bought it yet, go over to Amazon and buy it. Is that right, Amazon? Yes. Go buy The Freedom Journal. We ended up doing the Mastery Journal as well. Some of the most successful crowdfunding campaigns in history through a book. And then I crowdfunded the book Think and Go Rich. So I love the book so much, I got the opportunity to actually crowdfund for the movie. So we crowdfunded the movie, which is out today. I'm one of the actual cast members in the movie, so we crowdfunded that as well. So this is where I'm going to teach you. So I learned so much. I did crowdfunding, became the expert, the king of crowdfunding, worked on some of the most successful campaigns. But what I did, which I didn't realize I was doing, I was building my brand and influence online. It attracted more opportunities. And what I'm going to share with you today are things you can apply. You don't have to have millions of followers. You don't have to have a lot of money. There are things you can do today, you can start with, and over time, you can take it to a whole new level. So I have this acronym BRAND. So B is books and blogs, R is recording video, which I'm going to go into depth for. A is audio for podcasting, speaking, N is networking, and D is for delivering value. So the power of a book. Who in here has a book? Raise your hand. Yes, good. It's a lot easier to write a book these days. Joel will give me shit, but when I wrote my book 3 years ago, I wrote it in 3 days. It was 70 pages. It was a shorter version book. But it was my way to get a book out because I knew people would take me more seriously if I wrote a book. And when I actually wrote that book, I'd only done one campaign under my belt. But it was my way to put myself out there. Plus, if you ever want to go on TV, morning show producers actually love that you have a book. So I was using a book to show my influence, show that I was a celebrity, an expert in my industry, and to get on TV. And then blogging. Who in here blogs? Yes? Blogging. So I will write blogs, and what I'll do is I'll actually write the blog. I'll put it on medium.com. I'll put it on LinkedIn. Sometimes I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it on my website. I'll multi-purpose it, and that leads to opportunity. So I'll blog about creating video content. 8 reasons why video content is king. When you blog about the content you know about, over time, people will reach out to you. They'll want to work with you. You're building up your influence in your name. Recording video content, my favorite. I'm obsessed with video. I'm obsessed with video, and this is why. The most powerful thing we have as human beings is storytelling. For thousands of years, I don't care what religion or belief, you look at the Bible, you look at people that told great stories, great storytellers. They moved people. They did things to have people do better. They changed lives through storytelling. The best way to tell a story is through a great quality video. You can hear it, you can see it, there's emotions, you interact, and it calls you to go do something. So that's why I went all in on video when I saw the power of what video did when I started doing it with my regular phone and doing Facebook Lives in my backyard. So iPhone, there's no excuse right now, and I love push the damn button. I've said that before. I didn't even know that was your term. Push the damn button. Just do it. Heck, it doesn't even matter so much sometimes what you say. It's a fact people respect you for just doing it. Because a lot of people are scared to even press the button. Go live, put the Snapchat out, just say something. You will get better over time. I was scared shitless when I did my first Facebook Live. But after doing it a couple times, I got comfortable, and now I can just press play all the time. So start. Facebook Live is a great way. Facebook stories, video uploads, make sure, I know this probably for some people, they're like, oh, everybody knows that. Upload your videos to Facebook. Some people will share a YouTube link. Facebook and YouTube are competitors. Don't do that. Upload the video. I'll give you a quick story on Facebook Live. I did a Facebook Live in my backyard a few years back, and one of the people that was watching the Facebook Live, I only had a couple hundred views. One of the people that was watching the Facebook Live was the producer of the movie Think and Grow Rich: The Legacy. He saw me talking about Think and Grow Rich. He saw me talking about being a crowdfunding expert. He reached out, and that was the domino effect that led me to doing a campaign with him, being in the movie and being an associate producer of the movie. Because I did a Facebook Live, I put myself out there. You have to be constantly putting yourself out there because eventually the right person will watch that live. Snapchat, who's Snapchatting still? Awesome, yes, I'm still doing it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm cheated on using Snapchat with Insta Stories. I've become more doing the Instagram stuff. I don't know why, it seems more convenient, I like it, but I'm still doing the Snapchat because I do have followers on that. But what you can do is you can multi-purpose it. Do it on Insta Stories and then do it to Snapchat and then put it right to the Facebook Stories or whatever they call it. So multi-purpose it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and do it all at once. Take 10 minutes, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook Stories, multi-purpose. And then Instagram, we do the stories. I have IGTV. Who's uploaded for IGTV so far? Yes, awesome. I actually just did for our trailer today. You have to have it in vertical, so you have to change like the way it's set up. I had my director do it, so I couldn't tell you how to do it, but I know it's going to be in vertical. But Insta Stories is great too, and I'll even watch and see what people are doing, who's watching my stories, and the engagement and when it drops off, so I know who's interacting. And then I'll message people. The Gary Vee style, when you're actually communicating with people, and I love what Brian said earlier, treat people like people. I don't care how big you are, you treat them like people and you communicate. Authenticity is what people want. Be authentic on your videos and people will attract to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 3 different versions. I'm doing totally different what everybody else does because I want to show you some videos I've created so you can get ideas. And if you're not doing these kind of videos, please think about doing them because they have been an absolute game changer for my business, for opportunities. It's led to some of the best opportunities of my life because I've done this. And afterwards, I can even tell you how we did it. So the first one we're going to show is a sizzle reel. So basically what I did is I compiled content from the last 4 years of everything I've done through testimonials, through reenaction shots, speaking, everything else. And I put in a video. And what I do is when people are thinking about working with me, I send them the video and it's credibility. So sizzle reel. Can we play it, please? Really?
Crowdfunding has raised people thousands of dollars, and we have a crowdfunding expert here with us this morning, Brandon T. Adams. Joining me now is Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams.
Brandon Adams joining us.
We're here with Brandon T. Adams.
Brandon Adams.
Brandon Adams, the founder of Arctic Stick,
an entrepreneur who successfully raised more than $25,000.
I've been waiting for the chance to prove myself.
Brandon T. Adams. He's a pretty amazing guy that has a gift for teaching. I've shared the stage with Brandon. I've no doubts that his message is one that resonates with entrepreneurs.
You're afraid that people are gonna make fun of you. You're afraid you're gonna fail. But you know what? I would much rather try than always wonder, what if?
Brandon T. Adams is probably one of the hardest working young men that I have met in today's society when it comes to entrepreneurship.
I will impact 1 billion lives in a positive way. And I'll do this through inspiration, motivation, education, through the power of speaking, podcasting, online education, masterminds, events, and my TV show.
If you're still looking to start a business or grow your business or build a brand or just grow your success in life, you gotta check in with Brandon Adams.
Being part of the Entrepreneur Accelerator program with Brandon Adams was seriously the best investment that I could have ever done in my entire life. He has worked with me one-on-one every single week, and he put me in a group of people that I can now consider my friends and family.
Brandon Adams, he's an incredible guy. How he hustles and everything that he does, he's willing to help others who are motivated and hardworking, and he wants others to grow and really create a movement.
You can become an influencer, you can become a great speaker, you can become whatever you want in life. When you're uncomfortable, that means you're growing. And when it scares you, that means you're doing good things.
He's always got like this idea. You can always see his eyes are lighting up. And when you have someone at the helm who has that power and mission, you want to get behind them because that's called an A team, and you want to be on the A team.
We're watching the launch of one of America's new generational leaders. I highly suggest working with Brandon.
You do not want to wake up one day, look back in your life and say, what if? Don't be the what if. Just do it. If you go after your dreams and you pursue it, you're going to live a fulfilled life.
So that video builds up credibility and trust with people because, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I got some pretty damn good testimonials in there. But I didn't tell them to say that. So you get people to give you testimonials, you get a great editor, put it together in a sizzle clip that you can send to your potential clients and you have on your page. So when they see that, they already build more trust with you. I'm gonna skip the next video because of time. Can you go right to the video that says BTA Motivational? So the next video, the one I'm skipping is a VIP one. Basically what I do is when I go work with people, I film it so they can get value, and then I get value to show other people. The one I'm gonna show you, they call Gary Vee style, but this is a motivational style. So this is something you can put a short clip, you put online, so you can build trust and you can just give value to people. They're inspired and they're following you, true followers that eventually will work with you.
So what's up, college kids? I want to talk about graduation, your degree, because right now, this month, what's happening is you're graduating. You are in this point of your life where, what do I do next? You're kind of scared. Am I going to find the safe job? Or am I going to go work for myself? You have all this pressure. You have bills to pay. You have college loans. You have all this. And here's what I got to say. Here's the deal. You're in the best situation of your life. You literally have the life ahead of you. What are you, like 21 years old? I'm 27, and I literally could fail 10 times in the next 5 years and still get back up and go ahead. And here's the point to take away. You're so young, go out there, travel. Heck, take 6 months and travel. Go sleep on couches, go lose some money, go do some crazy shit. Because at the end of the day, you can always get back up. And one thing I can share with you that hopefully you take to heart and actually follow is this. You have this one life to live. You're young. What do you got to lose? Go after the things you love, make some money in the process, learn, go have some fun, find a company that are like us, where we do fun things and we film things, but find a company where you can learn from, find mentors, find a community that supports you and believes in you and your vision. Because the people that tell you take the safe route, work the corporate job, do the thing that gives you security, fuck security. My advice to you is go out and fun and do whatever you want. Happy graduation. Here's to you.
Sorry, I forgot to bleep that out. But that was a timely video that I did during graduation. So you can do videos during a certain time, and because it's during graduation, it's more likely. Gary Vee would do this, so I would just kind of mimic what he did. And create videos during a certain time, and people would share it. Videos like this, short little videos. I'd film content and create these short little motivational videos. Things where you're building up a following, you're building up trust, you're adding value to your audience. I'm gonna go through these quick here. Okay. So if you want to take it to a whole new level, what I found out is through creating the TV show, I have a TV show with Greg Roulette called Ambitious Adventures. You can find it on Amazon Prime. It won an Emmy nomination. Joel was in it with other many great influencers. What I found out is when you become a host of your own show, whether that's a podcast show, a TV show, a YouTube show, you build influence and people will attract to you, and it leads to great opportunities, from coaching through masterminds through advisory deals where you get percentages of companies and other great opportunities. So if you want to learn about that, I'd quickly go through this. If you want to create a damn good show, for one, you need sponsorships. You need to be able to fund the process of this. You need to find great stories. Find great stories that you can feature on your show so people will actually be moved by them. Get an Emmy award-winning crew, because you need a damn good crew to take the pictures. Great editor, it's in the editing. Honestly, you could film the best content, but if they don't edit it right, it'll suck. Marketing eyeballs, it's about the eyeballs. Like today, when we released our trailer, I made sure that I had at least 100 people share it in the first hour because I reached out one by one. It's marketing, it's grind. You have to live the grind for this stuff. Audio, gonna go through this. So speaking, the power of speaking. When you speak to an audience, just like I'm speaking to you right now, it's the power of the mic, it's the power of stage. You're more likely to come up and talk to me and work with me in some way. I had Joel speak at my event before. I had JLD. When you speak with people, when you speak on the same stage, you build a relationship with people. Podcasting. Dude, I leveraged JLD, damn good show. He's got a great show, millions of listeners. I took podcasting for all their way. I basically use podcasting as a way to pick people's brain, to learn from them, and build relationships. I had JLD on my show, and after we got done with the show, I said, hey, how can I help you? I'm a crowdfunding expert. That is what led to doing one of the largest crowdfunding campaigns in history, through podcasting. I'm not going to teach you the podcasting. JLD can do that, but leverage it for connecting with people. Networking. If you are not making quality connections in this room, like seriously, build connections, build relationships, listen, let them talk first, because then you have an advantage. You see how you can better cater to their message and who they are, and how can you help them. And by the way, I hate it when people just flick me a business card, they don't talk to me first, and they don't build a real relationship. Build a relationship, talk to them, and then follow up. I followed up with this guy right here, Greg Roulette. He spoke at my event. He said, hey, why don't you fly to Florida and do a masterclass with me? And my mind said, I got to pay for a flight. I don't have time. I said, screw it, I'll do it. Doing that led to us doing a TV show together and winning an Emmy nomination, and then finding this great team and friends because I followed up. Most people do not follow up. After today, follow up with people, email them afterwards, text them, whatever you have to do, follow up. Okay, deliver value. I'm getting towards the end, Joel. Deliver value. Add so much value to people they cannot resist. I have some pictures on here. So JLD, great guy, became a good friend with. I added value to him. I helped him raise money. We became friends, and because of that, I got to go on his show 3 times. I didn't tell John this, I don't think, but one of the shows I went on led to over $50,000 of revenue, and I'm good friends with the guy who I'm actually inviting to my wedding, and he actually, we did a campaign together and so many great things from one show that somebody listened to through adding value. Lewis Howes, added value to him. He was on our TV show, helped promote him. Kevin Harrington, I've made him millions of dollars. We've done a lot of things together. I've added so much value to him. He came back and he helped me in return, reciprocity. Joel, I had to add you in. So Joel came up to me, I'm almost done. Joel came up to me when I was doing my PowerPoint back there. He's like, I'm going to be in the slide, right? I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot to put him in there. So I put in Joel, and I had this picture. This was on set when we were filming. Joel and I became great friends. We've added value to each other, and we even advised for a company together because we added value to each other. So that's self-explanatory. I want to add value to you. Just want to share quick. If you got your cameras out, take a picture of this next slide for an opportunity for you only today. I'm doing a mastermind July 12th here in Denver. We're going to talk about building your brand. We're going to talk about connecting with people, making more money, and about success. So that's valid till tonight. If you're interested in being a part of our show, we are looking for sponsors. You can actually get some video footage and content. So if you're interested, come up after. And then I'm going to end on this video.
Overnight success doesn't exist. Overnight success takes years of hard work and never giving up. Every day, I wake up with a drive and passion to get better and master my craft. You hear about the successes, but how often do you hear about the failures? I've pitched Arctic Stick to crowds that laughed at me. I've heard no hundreds of times and have been told I'm wasting my time. If you stick with something long enough, success is bound to find you. Opportunities will present themselves, and you need to take them. You must believe in yourself and share your vision with others because people will follow you. Once you build your team, you must steer them in the right direction. Greatness will come and success will bring more opportunities that you could have never imagined.
People will attract to you and your voice will be heard. With years of hard work and never giving up, all of a sudden you will find your overnight success. In life, I believe you should create something great and become unforgettable, because life is too short not to. My name is Brandon T. Adams, and I urge you to go after your overnight success. Make it yours. What are you waiting for? So leave it on this. Overnight success is bullshit. It's years in the making. You have to grind every single day. And if you stick with something long enough and you work hard and you build your influence online, you can achieve anything you want in life. Thank you for having me.